Hey there everyone, today I have the Phoibos Sentinel Automatic, $349 is your price, 42mm case, MIYOTA 9015. I'll leave the full specifications in the description below. This comes in three colors. You're going to look at this black dial that has the old radium or vintage Super-LumiNova colored on the hands and markers. There is also like a seafoam bluish green dial and then an olive green dial. You're looking at an all bead blasted or sand blasted case. But one thing that is interesting, at least to me, you're going to see a fine bead blasting on pretty much all of the case, the sides of the case, the top of the fixed bezel, the crown, everything like that. But then when you get to the cutouts on the top of the case, you're going to see a heavier bead blast or that was used with a larger grit to give it more of a rough texture. And that rough texture, as you can see, has, I guess I'll say, complements this asphalt texture that you have on the dial. Of course, you have that huge Octopus logo that is kind of the deal with the Phoibos watches these days, and that's one of the characteristics. Now, I've said this before, I'm not the biggest fan of that massive logo. I'd prefer it for the back, but a lot of people, based on my past reviews, really like that, so I can't fault them for it. You do what works. As you can see, the hands, the minute, hour, and second hand there are done with that, I want to say tan, because it's really not a gold, but a tannish color, so it kind of matches the Lume as well. And then you have that stark white comparison of the Octopus logo and automatic, otherwise a relatively clean dial. That minute hand there is actually blocking your date. Now, as we all know, I am not a big fan of that date placement, that kind of in the middle of the dial 430 date placement. And, you know, that is due to the size of the dial and the movement being used and where that date wheel ends up lining up. And for me, that's just always a no-go. This is a screw-down crown, of course. Go ahead here. A lot of knurling on that crown. Real easy to go ahead and screw down and screw up. And this star logo that you see here, there we go. That star logo that you see here is actually loomed. Of course, I will show that to you in the loom shot here a little bit later in the review. Go ahead here and give you a close-up look all around the watch and the dial. You can see that really nice, fine bead blasting going on here. Move around to the case back. Very, very nice stamped case back. As you can see, this is 200 meters water resistant. Does come with this very nice, I want to call it a medium tan, like a dark tan leather strap with that cream stitching. I think it accentuates the watch nicely. It complements it very nicely. You can see you got a pre-V style buckle here. Let's go ahead and show it to you on the wrist. Okay, here we are on my 7.5 inch wrist, 42mm square. I have the tail out here on purpose so you could see how it would fit if you have a larger wrist than mine. Probably 7 3/4, maybe 8 in the last buckle hole. So depending on what size your wrist is, if you're over 8 inches, you're definitely going to want to get a longer leather strap for this. Here's a look at the Loom. As I said, the Loom on this is spectacular. If you are serious about Loom, this is going to last about a good 4 to 5 hours. Heavy application here of Super-LumiNova. And as I said, they did Loom that little star logo on the side of the crown as well, just for a little added bonus, I guess, if you will. I gotta say, for me, for this particular one from Phoibos, this isn't exactly my style, that square case. But I gotta say, as far as the price, the movement, the quality, I really have no complaints on this one. Not much else to say about it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna nitpick and say I don't like that date placement, but that's personal. That's subjective. I've never liked that date placement. I never will. But as far as the construction, the build quality, everything else, the Loom on it, it's a great watch. $349 comparison to what is out there. Very cheap, very affordable for what you are getting, especially with that MIYOTA 9015 automatic movement. And again, really nothing cheap or flimsy feeling on this watch. It definitely... I wouldn't necessarily say it feels like a $349 watch, although these days it's getting harder to go, what is a $349 watch? Because I can't imagine 10 years ago you could have gotten something like this with this high quality for $349. So, as I said, the full specifications are going to be down in the description below. If you want to see more about this, you could check out the Phoibos website. I will have a link in the description below as well. If you want to check out more of our videos, please go ahead and do so, and then subscribe while you're at it. Hit that notification bell twice. That way you never miss any of our content. You could follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Go ahead and comment if you liked it as well. And, leave your opinion or whatever you want to say. Please try and be respectful when you do so. This has been Don Emmons for WatchReport.com, giving you a look at the Phoibos Sentinel Automatic. Thank you very much. Talk to you on the next one.